Mabuhay, this is Bob from Love Beyond the Sea. My channel is about marriage to a woman from the Philippines. I talk about topics related to dating and being married to a Filipina, but they can apply to anybody. I want to talk about some signs to know to show you that your Filipina relationship is a healthy one. And I'm going to mention some points that come from an article that I won't link. It's like rd.com/advice/relationships. And still getting over that cough, because eventually when you're talking to a woman from the Philippines, you from a distance, you want to be able to gauge the health of that relationship. Is it worth pursuing more? Are there some red flags and you just, you figure I'm going to move on? Or do you kind of like them but uncomfortable with some things? Maybe this will help us know whether we have a healthy relationship or not. I've been married to my wife from the Philippines since 2015. Please subscribe here to Love Beyond the Sea and leave a comment. One thing they mention here, and I'll probably split this into 3 videos, is you actually like one another. And I noticed this quality in certain couples, or at least that's the way it appears. In fact, it's probably the first thing I notice, and that's that they seem to like each other. Their body language, how close they're sitting, and just, facial expressions. They have a way about them where they kind of give the impression that they are meant to be together. And you've likely noticed this in certain Philippines vloggers. There's often this larger age gap, much more than what is considered normal, yet that doesn't seem to be an issue for them. And you've probably seen some other Philippine vloggers with age gaps that make you uncomfortable, or maybe the age gap isn't there, but you still feel uneasy about them just by the way they appear. Excuse me. Nobody knows for sure but them. But I'd like to think you could tell if somebody is faking it. You should try to be aware, if you're talking to somebody from thousands of miles away, that they are being genuine and not phony. Another aspect of showing that it's a sign that you have a healthy relationship, you have respect for each other. And I think it's possible for a foreigner and Filipino to hit it off right away and have a good feeling about each other, like an easygoing connection. But to have respect for each other, I think that will take a little bit more time, don't you think? Leave a comment here at any of these points on Love Beyond the Sea. I think respect has to be earned. I've said that many times before. And while certain positions in life should be respected, like a president or police or your supervisor, respect in a relationship with a woman from the Philippines is best forged over time. If they say, I respect you, I love you, I would be very wary, and I would doubt it if they're saying this very soon. And some of these next signs will also be a sign of respect over time. I think this is a sign that, a trait that could be observed on camera. And this next one is, they are the first person you want to call when there's good news or bad news. That's a sign of a healthy relationship. It goes both ways. To be fair, when I married my wife, about all my friends had gotten married and disappeared from the face of the earth. And I have a very small family here. But my wife has lots of friends, family back there in the Philippines. And it wouldn't surprise me if she thought of them first, if she had big news. But then again, if she had big news, I would probably know it already from living with her here in the United States. I think it's possible that the Filipina that has gone overseas to live and hasn't been away from home very long might be inclined to share some major things first with her family, but that can certainly change over time. So while it's not ideal, just understand the circumstances there, and hopefully over time she will be sharing things with you. Another one here is not judging each other. For example, not having stereotypes of each other comes to mind. And again, the points are from the article. The commentary is mine. The last one I want to talk about here is signs that you have a healthy relationship, as I try not to cough. Your friends like her. Your friends like her. And it goes both ways here. Again, if my friends don't like my Filipino wife, I would sure want to know why. I've been told to watch out by some people. You've got to be careful, Bob, but not by someone who has gotten to know my wife. Just kind of some naysayers and detractors, maybe some people with stereotypes. Now, I know my friends like my wife, and they respect her. And I've said many times in this channel that I'm impressed with her friends. She has good quality friends, it seems, which, by the way, is something to look out for when you go out there and you meet that person for the first time. Check out her friends in addition to her family, because she's probably got friends that are like her, similar. So it's easy to have preconceived notions of this relationship between a foreigner and Filipina, but if you can observe them closer, it becomes easier to accept that they may actually have something going on, and the age gap doesn't seem as important as it might have from a distance. So those are some things about ways you can tell if your relationship is healthy. I'll just run through them here again. And you may think some of these are obvious, but some of these may not develop at all. First one here, you actually like each other. Then there's you respect each other. And they're the first person you want to call when there's good news or bad. I know if I had 50 people in my life, my wife would be the first one that I would want to know. Another one here, you don't judge each other and your friends like her. So that's just the first part. I'm going to have probably 2 more here about ways you can tell if your relationship is healthy. Please leave a comment here on Love Beyond the Sea.